Coastal Crew, welcome back to another episode of
David and Dallas Go Coastal!
Well, welcome back, you guys. And if you haven't been with us before, I'm Dallas.
And I'm David.
And we're going to bring you another episode of David and Dallas Go Coastal.
Oh, which episode is this?
This is episode 8.
8!
Woo!
That went fast.
That's like 2 months of this.
Wow.
Ooh,
2 months.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We really
You're
appreciate
still with
it.
us.
I know, yay! So today we're going to talk about things that we're most excited about and a little nervous about for our move to Florida. So what do you think, honey? I think that's a good thing to talk about this week.
Yeah, very excited about lots of stuff.
So unlike the pubcast
Yeah.
of last week, if you have not seen that one, we'll leave the link down below in the description. But we did the top 5 things that we would miss leaving the UK.
That is true.
But this time, instead of the top 5 or whatever, we're going to just talk about a few things that we're most excited as well as a little nervous about, definitely.
Nervous.
Yeah, definitely. Whew. But let's get this started. What is something that you're looking forward to?
Looking forward to. It's going to be an odd one, but openness.
What is openness?
So in the UK, you kind of leave your house and you're surrounded by other houses and roof lines, and you go into the towns or even shopping, and it's just everything's closer because it's a smaller country. Everything's smaller roads, everything's cars, all that kind of stuff. And to be in the US, to go outside, to leave the house and go, wow, I can see the sky, and I'm not surrounded by buildings so close in. And even if you go to shop, like the car park is the size of a small country.
No, it's true. It's true. When I moved over here, and I still think the same thing, I feel like I'm a giant in a tiny island. I tell you, parking places are tiny, cars are tiny, shopping aisles in grocery stores are tiny. I tell you, I will just move around in a store and I'll knock things off with my backpack. It's just, everything's little. People are smaller, it seems like even, it just is,
Everything's bigger in America.
Everything's bigger in America. And I agree with you, the openness.
Yeah, just sitting outside and go, I can see the sky and all this.
No, it's true. And also, just driving around on the roads, here we have roads that both sides will be driving through, right?
And they can be single lane as well.
And they can be single lane. And it's...
And 60 miles an hour.
Yes. And also, you can park on the sidewalk because there's nowhere else.
Yeah, because the roads are tiny. You can park on the pavement, sidewalk. And you can also park on either side of the road because if there aren't any spaces on your side, just go on the other side.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, whenever we're in America and I'm like driving into Target, I'm like, woohoo! Big honking parking places.
You can drive and then move like 8 feet to your left and you're still in the same lane.
It's true. It's true. I mean,
if you do that in the UK, you're in someone's garden.
It's true. But it's true. Openness. I'm looking forward to just the freedom of so much activities once again. Yes, so much activities, definitely.
So much room for activities.
So
come on, what's yours?
So
go think what more.
I'm looking forward to, especially where we're going to be moving in the part of the country, is going to restaurants and such and having peel and eat shrimp on every menu.
Eat shrimp, not peel and eat.
He makes me peel.
I don't peel shrimp.
And I love peeling shrimp. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I grew up with that, whatever. But looking forward to a lot more of different kinds of foods that are available for sure. And
fresh foods.
Yes.
It's a coastal. I've heard that even though it's coastal, a lot of the fish and stuff, the seafood is not actually from local anyway. They actually bring it in. But
sometimes.
It is all fresh and lots of it. And the shrimp are like that big instead of this big. And, And
it's just different.
Yeah, like having ceviche. You don't get that in the UK.
No, you don't.
So having things like different foods. I would like to, probably the only person that's ever going to say this, but I think moving to America might be healthier food.
Yeah, nobody says that. Nobody says that because there's lots of fried food down there
Having
as well.
my fresh ceviche, with my burger.
Yeah, well,
got to be healthy.
That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. But we're looking forward to lots of different kinds of restaurants down there.
Mm.
And we are such tourists anyways. We love themed restaurants and,
Yes.
be able to be a tourist in our own town, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, always be
Yeah.
a tourist in your own town.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm looking forward to too.
Okay.
I cannot wait. If I'm not hungry for much, I'll get peel and eat shrimp, and I'll be happy. So you're up again. What do you think?
What
do you think?
I excited about is actually, I'm going to say beach serenity.
What is beach serenity?
So, like, when you go on holiday, and you're sitting on the beach, for example, there's a time limit. You're always kind of constrained by something. There's reservations to go to, or you're only on holiday for like 5 days, and you've got to cram everything in. I think when you live there by the beach, just going down to the beach, I'm just going to go to the beach, and I can sit there and go, I have nothing to go off the beach for.
Yeah.
I can sit here all day, every day if I want to, and that. Just the surroundings, just relaxing, just to watch the ocean. Because I love listening to the ocean. We play play ocean music and stuff like that in the background a lot in the house.
Yeah.
And just that kind of just go, oh, this is nice. Actually, living on holiday, I guess you would say it is.
I mean, if it's like 7 or 8 miles, I believe, from where we're gonna live to the coast.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a shuttle that we can take straight from where we're living and right down to the beach, and they drop you off and they'll pick you back up.
Yeah.
But the fact that we'll go, you know what, it's 4:00. Want to go to the beach?
Yeah.
Get our little chairs. We can take our
Got a
chairs
little
and
cooler
a
down
cooler
there.
and just go sit and maybe read and then watch the sunset.
And the water's warm.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be such a different thing. Just, yeah. Being beach serenity. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And even during the off season, like now, where it's more chilly, you can wear a little hoodie and even bring a blanket down there.
Yeah, I think we should put a shout out for Florida at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Because it's under snow.
Well, it has been seeing some snow, but also they're in the U.S. right now. They're supposed to be having a really heavy snow and ice storm, and we're watching the Weather Channel with you guys, and we hope for the best for everybody because that is, especially in the South, it's just
I think
not normal.
if you don't have snow regularly, your kind of services and everything around are not prepared for it. Like in the UK, we have gritter machines and all that. They're just ready, and as soon as one flakes lands, they're out.
But I'll tell you, we're constantly looking at what is happening before we move out there, just so we're a little bit more prepared. But gosh, you guys, take care, definitely.
Well, I was thinking when we moved, stuff I'm getting rid of. I was like, I'll get rid of my coats and my jackets and jumpers. But no, apparently I'm going to need to keep some of those.
He's going to keep his big fluffy jacket, definitely. Yes. I mean, I'm going to keep my big stormtrooper boots, my big white snow boots. You just never know, right? Because
apparently not
weather, and that was from Beach Serenity. So you'll see us out there someday on the beach with being bundled up, but it'll be better than being bundled up and cold here. But that leads me to something else I'm looking forward to.
Oh, another looking forward to excitement. What?
Being warm. I tell you, something that I love about traveling in the U.S., especially when we usually go, is not having to wear a cardigan or anything on my arms.
Mm-hmm.
And when we watch videos of, things in Florida, hardly anybody ever wears anything on their arms, even in the evening. We're looking for warmer nights and blue skies. My goodness, what's a blue sky?
Well, not in Britain at the moment, that's for sure.
It's that time of year, definitely.
It's
where it just
miserable in Britain.
I'm just, I'm looking
dark
forward to...
all day, it's cloudy, it's rainy,
it's gray.
Cold, it's sleety and miserable.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Short days.
But spring's going to come up soon because my daffodils are starting to pop up a little bit. So,
I like the warm thing.
But then we'll get too hot and then we'll go, oh, it's too hot.
I have so many memories of living in Britain, even as a child going to school, where you'd go into school and then you take your outer layers and then you try and find the spots on the radiators in the schools because you wanted the warm or to dry out at least before you had to get back in them for break time. Same even now, it's kind of like you get in and you hug the radiators.
Oh, for sure.
And not having to do that.
We won't really have to have a heated towel rack
Well, that's just weird.
I know, huh? Weird, huh?
How
All
do you
right.
dry your towels?
They just dry. They're magic.
What? One towel?
Yeah, we're not even getting into the one towel. Did you know? Oh my gosh, when we first got married, we're like trying to set up house. What do we need? David said, "Yeah, we only need one towel
Yeah, one towel. Just to dry
One towel.
yourself. You know, I'm talking about a big bath towel, not just
for 2 people."
because it dries, and then you have a shower you next day and use it, and then it washes the same day, kind of thing. Apparently,
You can't have one towel.
you need more than one towel.
Yeah, well.
Hey, I'd lived alone.
Yeah, Okay, we'll leave that there. So what else are you looking forward to?
What else are you looking forward to? I'm tied now between American service or shopping.
Well, you can kind of put that together, can't you?
Okay, yeah. So when you go in a shop in the UK, you don't even get acknowledged at all. So and then it's like, excuse me, what? But walking in a place, any kind of shop, store, anything, bar, anything in the US is like, hi, I'll be with you in a moment. And then at least they know you're there.
Yeah.
Especially at bars.
Just being acknowledged.
Yeah, acknowledge that they're aware of your presence and they're just very friendly and they're offering to help you. So carrying shopping to your car, that just doesn't happen here.
No.
Right? It's literally they will throw it out the door for you if you pay them.
Well, also, okay, with the shopping, I'm so excited at the grocery store that they bag your shopping.
Yes.
They bag it up for you.
Don't in the UK.
Yeah, you have to bring your own bags here, and you have to, if you don't have your bags, you have to buy more bags. And
yes.
I have like 10,000 reusable bags.
The
because
boot of our car, so the trunk is
if you
full.
don't remember to take
full
them in.
because she leaves them in the car, forgets to take them in the store, and then has to buy a load of new ones.
Yeah.
The other thing I think with the shopping is going to be just every brand is going to be new to me.
Oh,
I mean, I've been to the US a lot, so I mean, I do recognise it. We have had some funny moments in shops when I've shouted across, honey, what's this?
Nope, we're not.
And I'm not allowed to say this one because
Yeah.
I shouted across the store.
Yeah.
And she just ran over to me and said, you can't say that out loud. I said, but it says on the thing. And she's like, no, shh. But anyway, but all the different brands and
the choice of things.
The choice, I mean, yeah, not just the choice, but because I won't recognise the brands, it's like, will I like it? Because I know chocolate's very different, for example, but other brands, they're just basic stuff like cereals. Like, will I recognise that brand or the other brand, or which one do I like?
Which is really cool because I had to go through this as well.
Yeah, you do.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, you used to, when you came over originally, not originally, when we got married, it was like you went to the store and I'd be getting calls all the time. What detergent do I buy? Or what's the washing soap? And just stuff like that because she wasn't familiar with the brands, whereas I knew the brands, and it's going to be the same, I think, going back.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not that I'm going to go shopping, but
no, you won't go shopping.
I won't go shopping. I mean, I'll wander around just to kind of look at it.
Yeah. I'm excited about having the choice of it. If I want, what kind of creamer do I want for my coffee? I will have 25 different kinds. It's just
as opposed
just
to
the
in
choice.
the UK, it's what's creamer?
Yeah.
But we got powder.
But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I mean,
I'm not being disrespectful. It's just life here.
It's just life here, and because we're giants on a tiny little island,
and we're used to different things.
Yeah,
because we've travelled.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, I think something that I'm mostly looking forward to is just a fresh start, something brand new. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it.
It is. Start. I think that also is going to fall into the what are we nervous about?
Yeah,
especially for me. I mean, I'm excited about a new start in a different country with everything new and great and wonderful. And, the grass is always greener on the other side, that kind of stuff. But super nervous. And I hate to say at my age, right? But
you can teach a dog an old dog new tricks.
I have no problem learning anything. I've said many times, I'm very technical. I have no problems with practical stuff. I can learn new stuff very quickly. That's what I do. That's what my job has always been. Learn new stuff quickly and become an expert at it.
Yep.
But going into a complete new country and knowing nothing, just the nervousness of, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Am I offending people?
Right.
Just everything will be new. Just living in a different house than kind of going, corridors are bigger and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, it's definitely true. But you know what I'm nervous about is just before we even get there, just what we're going through. Kind of like the uncertainty of our timelines. The uncertainty is, did we fill in all of our paperwork right?
the IR1 process,
Yeah,
the
I
visa.
mean, George, I'm sure George, our lawyer, did everything right. But we are constantly on message boards and reading other people's experience through the whole process. And you can't help but go, do I have everything I need?
Yeah.
Will they be happy with everything that we have? And
You only hear scare stories.
yeah, for
and
sure.
if you haven't done this, or the rules are changing,
Yeah,
or this is going on.
It's so that makes us both very, very nervous because it's completely out of our hands. We can't
no control.
do anything about it. And also the timeline, we can't make plans.
We can't remember. So we've got, we have a holiday normally per year. I cannot book a holiday to go to America for a nice holiday later in the year because my visa might happen. And if it does, I can't leave the country at that point because there's issues with the visa side. So I can't leave the country. So if we book a holiday, for example, to go to Orlando, Universal, to go and see Halloween Horror Nights, guess who can't go? Guess who can?
And guess who did? Yeah.
Guess who booked it anyway?
Yeah. We had some rabbit juice the other night, and it seemed like a really good choice at the time.
It was a good idea at the time.
And I softened him up and said, "Honey,
here's a bottle of sparkly stuff. Oh, can I book a holiday to go to Halloween Horror?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You can't come." She didn't do that.
No, I didn't say that.
I'll be fine.
And what are you going to do when I'm not there?
So I get some time to myself at home, which I have no problem. I actually quite enjoy it, to be honest.
He
and the
loves
cats,
it.
I do love it.
One of his favorite phrases is, "I can't miss you if you're always here."
Yeah, if you don't go away, I can't miss you.
Yeah. So unfortunately, since my mom has passed away, I don't go away because there's nowhere for me to go.
Yeah.
So
I sending it to Halloween Horror Nights.
So this will be our 10 days away.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to do what?
So I make a big batch of chili. I am world famous in this household for my chili. I make a big batch of chili and I live off it for about 3 or 4 days.
And
it festers overnight and gets thicker and
I'll never forget the time where he's like, "I'm not feeling well. I don't know what it is." But yeah, my mom and I deducted the thought of he doesn't cook things all the way or it festers too long on the stove.
That's true. I did do some bacon one time and it was definitely not cooked in the middle from frozen, but I ate it anyway.
Oh, gosh. That's what happens when the man is left alone. But fortunately, you're very self-sufficient.
I am.
So, yeah.
And I love my bacon, so I had to have bacon.
Yeah, of course. Bacon.
Bacon.
Well, we'll talk about bacon a little bit more later.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely the uncertainty, nervousness.
Right. But I feel because you and I talk about all of this process every single day, several times a day. I mean, I'll come up with something in my mind and go talk to him, and then he'll do the same thing with me. We're keeping the same plans, but changing it around.
We tweak them.
We just change them constantly. So I think that's how we're settling with the time frame because we don't know how long it's going to be.
And,
so
worst case scenario, what if it all goes wrong? Yeah. What if I don't get my visa for some weird reason? What if that? What are we going to do?
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
We're going to get the visa and life is going to be good.
Absolutely.
Knock on wood.
It's all going to go through fine.
Yeah.
But there's always that.
Yeah.
And it's a nervousness,
Yeah.
What if?
Yeah. So
yeah.
That's good. Let's roll into your ditties. So today on David's ditties, he's going to keep it really short because we're running rather long already. So take it away.
I get told to do that a lot. Tea, the British cuppa. So, not the difference in tea bags and waters and milks and things that are going to be there in America. It's more like about how we do it in the UK and specifically kettles. So, in the UK, our kettles are really fast and really powerful. Like you can boil water like in a minute.
They're plugs in.
They're what?
They're plugged in.
They're plugged into the electricity supply. But we've got more power per socket in the UK. So you can do things very, very quickly and very powerful. So we get a cup of tea, very hot, very quickly. It's great. You go there, you stand there, and you watch the kettle boil, which is always fun. But it's only a minute, so it's fine. I have noticed in the US that they tend to use kettles on the stove.
Yep.
Which we look as a reminiscence thing in the UK. And I was always wondering, why do you not have plug-in ones?
Because we don't drink a lot of tea in America.
That's true. You drink
That's
coffee
why.
and it's percolated, and because the power supply is lower, you can't do it as fast. I don't want to stand there for 4 or 5 minutes watching a kettle boil.
But you know what? When people make tea in America, it's more of a occasion.
An occasion.
So we would probably have like a cup of tea maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon. But here, generally, people will have several cups of tea a day.
Yeah. I've come to the conclusion, though, I've figured it out just in my head just now.
What?
Is that when there are adverts on, when there is a big show on TV, like Coronation Street, the adverts come on and everyone in Britain goes to make a cup of tea. You don't have time to wait around for kettle to boil. You have to make your cup of tea for all the family and then go and sit back in front of the couch to watch the next part of the episode.
Which is completely foreign to most Americans, which is fine. It's good. It's all good. So, there you go.
That's it. The British cuppa.
The British cuppa. And Lola helped me time the kettle, and you'll see. All right, now it's time to spill what's been happening this week in my Coastal Confessions. So what happened? I went to go fetch some bacon at our local farm store, Cobb's Farm Store, and I have to do this every 6 weeks or so because David and I love our bacon sandwiches every weekend. David usually has 2, Saturday and Sunday. I usually have 1 because, that's what happens. But you know what?
Well, I was going to say, every morning I wake up, and it's like I turn to my wife and go, I love you, and how did you sleep, and that sort of stuff. Except at the weekend when I wake up and just go, bacon, 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 bacon.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And apparently I only have one thing that I need
got one
to
job.
do. I've got one job, to produce bacon sandwiches
and she can
on
stay.
the weekend.
She
and
can
I
stay.
can stay.
She keeps doing that.
Yeah. And you know what? He says I could stay. I can't wait to get him in America so I can say, okay, you could stay. You can stay for whatever
What do I
it is.
have to do to be staying?
Who knows? Who knows what you're going to have to do? Your one job, I tell you.
Make coffee.
So let's just roll that beautiful B-roll, and I'll take you along for my little shopping adventure. Well, hello. I thought I'd take you along for just a little jaunt out today, and I'm on Operation Bacon Getting. So David and I love to have bacon sandwiches on the weekend. It's kind of a tradition. And I'm very spoiled now with living here because we have the best kind of bacon. But I like streaky bacon like normal American bacon, and David likes back bacon, which is much more like Canadian bacon. And the best place that I've found for it for smoked lovely bacon is Cobb's Farm Place. So I'm gonna take you in here and let you see what it's like. So let's go on in. And like I said before, it's called Cobb's. And it's really nice here in the springtime. And on Wednesdays, I believe they have a fish market here, which is nice too. But let's go on in. And I'll just show you what they have. A whole bunch of lovely fresh produce with pretty high prices. But you know what? It's wonderful. Let's look over here. Oh yeah. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But this is what I'm looking for. Right here. Their meat counter.
Too much? A little bit too much. I'll get another one out. I think if I cut this one, I can't sell it.
Very delicious. I've asked for my whole pack of smoked back bacon as well as my whole pack of streaky bacon, and here comes the man with all the goods.
What did you want?
I want smoked back bacon and smoked streaky bacon, please. Thank you. Perfect. He's going to weigh it for me now. And we'll be on our way. I've got my bacon, and now I've got to show you this cheese counter. It is amazing. These beautiful Scotch eggs, and all the meats, and all of these cheeses. Oh my word, I love this place. Yum. So I picked out some of the Shropshire Blue back there and the orange ones right there. And then I also, thank you so much, found some brie with truffle, and then one of our favorites, Stinking Bishop. Sometime I'll have to tell you about that one. Oh jeez, it started raining again, but you know what? I was very successful. I got a bunch of bacon, I got some nutty cheese, I got some cheap truffle bread. Not good, not good. And I'm very happy. Thank you, Cobb's Farm Shop, for a lot of naughty yummies. So, back to you in the studio. We also had a little trip into our main town for some chicken wings. Ooh. Yes, and I was very naughty, and you'll see this at the end of this little segment. All right, we are now at the Boundary. Husband ordered lots of chicken wings. Look at these. Yep, lots of chicken wings today. Looking forward to this. You happy? Yeah, huh?
So I asked my wife to go get some more beers, and I said, here's my credit card. So let's see what she comes back with. Just a note, we've been here for 5 hours and had several beers, as you can imagine. So hopefully it's just a beer and then we'll go home. I think I have rumbled her. This does not look like beer. It could be a bucket of beer.
How did you even know?
Is this a bucket of beer?
How did you even know this was happening? Did
I
you hear
heard
the
the champagne corks go.
I thought so. Yay!
What have you got?
We could go. But it was a good price. And you know
Well,
what?
of course it was a good price. I was
you know
paying
what?
for it.
Yeah, I wasn't paying for it. So
I know.
It's even better. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, Bunny. Thank you. My card back. Love you.
I love you. All right, and now we're going to talk about our passport to paradise section. And we are now how many days into our green card
We
process?
are 93 days into the green card. The IR1 visa, that's 3 months.
3 months.
Who thought when we started this would be 3 months
I
in?
know. I mean, time is just
Yeah,
going
so that's
on.
3 months closer to getting my visa.
Yay! All right, you guys, that's it for another episode. And remember,
Life's always better in flip-flops.
okay, Coastal Crew, we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.